Imagine a sudden, deafening silence falling over 46 million people, followed by the collective shattering of hearts from the streets of Buenos Aires to the remote corners of Patagonia. When Argentina is eliminated from the FIFA World Cup, it is never just a sports team losing a match, it is a full-scale national crisis. In a country where football is not a pastime but a secular religion, a premature exit from the world's biggest stage triggers an immediate and violent shift in the global cultural and emotional landscape. The shockwaves of an Argentine defeat instantly reverberate far beyond the pitch. Within minutes, global sports media pivots into a frenzy of autopsy-style analysis, dissecting every tactical failure and pointing fingers at the squad's biggest stars. Behind the scenes, the financial stakes are astronomical. Broadcasters lose millions of primetime viewers, sponsors watch their multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns evaporate overnight, and local businesses in Argentina experience a sharp economic freeze as the national mood turns sullen. Internally, the fallout is swift and unforgiving. Historically, a World Cup exit for the Albiceleste means the immediate sacking of the manager, a chaotic restructuring of the Argentine Football Association, AFA, and the heartbreaking sight of iconic players tearfully announcing their international retirements. This essay explores the profound ripple effects of Argentina's elimination from the World Cup. By examining the deep cultural depression of a football-obsessed nation, the massive financial losses felt by global brands, and the inevitable systemic collapse within the national team itself, we reveal why the fall of this South American giant is the most dramatic and consequential event in modern sports. The cultural and emotional devastation of a nation. To understand the gravity of Argentina's elimination, one must first grasp that football is the country's primary cultural oxygen. When the referee blows the final whistle, signaling their exit, a heavy, palpable grief immediately envelops the nation. The vibrant barrios of Buenos Aires, usually alive with the chaotic symphony of car horns, drumming, and chanting, fall into a ghostly hush. Offices empty, school classrooms grow quiet, and the smoky aroma of weekend asados fades from the air. In Argentina, the national team's performance directly dictates the collective emotional state of the population. Psychologists frequently note a measurable spike in anxiety and depressive symptoms across the country following a major tournament loss. It is not mere sports disappointment, it is a profound, existential identity crisis. The shared pride that briefly united a historically divided populace vanishes overnight, leaving a vacuum of collective sorrow. Furthermore, this emotional devastation is magnified by Argentina's complex socio-economic reality. For decades, the country has battled soaring inflation, currency devaluation, and persistent economic hardship. In this turbulent landscape, La Selección serves as the ultimate, and sometimes only, escape. For 90 minutes on the pitch, citizens can forget their financial anxieties and unite under the sky blue and white banner. A World Cup run offers a rare, priceless sense of national triumph and global validation, a chance to show the world that Argentina is still a superpower where it matters most. When that dream is abruptly cut short, the harsh realities of daily life come crashing back with brutal force. The elimination strips away the national coping mechanism, forcing 46 million people to confront their societal struggles without the euphoric distraction of footballing glory. Ultimately, this cultural despair manifests as a desperate search for answers. The national grieving process quickly transitions from sorrow to anger, directed at the players and coaching staff. Local cafes, family dinner tables, and public plazas turn into makeshift courtrooms where every missed pass and tactical error is fiercely debated. This intense cultural pressure cooker illustrates that in Argentina, the World Cup is never just a tournament, it is a mirror reflecting the nation's soul. And breaking it leaves wounds that take years to heal. The financial earthquake and global media frenzy. While the emotional toll of Argentina's exit is borne by its citizens, the financial and media fallout is felt globally, shaking the corporate foundations of the sports world. Within minutes of a World Cup elimination, the lucrative ecosystem built around the Albiceleste begins to crumble. For multinational sponsors, broadcasters, and FIFA itself, Argentina is not just a participant, they are a primetime ratings engine. When they go home, millions of casual viewers switch off their screens. Broadcasters face an immediate drop in advertising revenue as highly anticipated knockout matchups evaporate, replaced by fixtures with far less commercial draw. Major sportswear giants and corporate partners, who invest hundreds of millions in campaigns centered around Argentine superstars. Watch their marketing investments lose their relevance overnight. Billboard campaigns suddenly feel like painful reminders. And warehouses are left holding millions of dollars in unsold team merchandise and iconic sky blue jerseys that retailers must heavily discount just to clear off the shelves. Simultaneously, the global media landscape enters a state of hyperactivity, launching what can only be described as a public autopsy of the team's failure. The narrative arc of the World Cup is instantly rewritten, pivoting from a celebration of football to a dramatic tragedy. Sports journalists, pundits, and digital creators worldwide dissect every minute of the deciding match with ruthless precision. In the digital age, this media frenzy is amplified exponentially on social media platforms, where viral memes, tactical breakdowns, and emotional footage of crying fans dominate global trends for days. For the players, particularly the team captains and star forwards, this spotlight is blinding and unforgiving. They are subjected to intense scrutiny, with their leadership, commitment, and national pride questioned on international television. This financial and media chaos highlights how Argentina's presence in the World Cup extends far beyond the borders of South America. The modern tournament is a multi-billion-dollar entertainment machine, and Argentina is one of its most valuable pillars. Their premature exit does not just disappoint fans, it disrupts global market strategies, reshapes media narratives for the remainder of the tournament, and serves as a stark reminder of the volatile intersection between national passion and global capitalism. Systemic collapse and the painful generational transition. When the initial media storm subsides and financial losses are calculated, the most enduring and damaging consequence of Argentina's elimination unfolds within the team's own dressing room and the offices of the Argentine Football Association, AFA. In a footballing superpower where victory is the only acceptable outcome, a premature World Cup exit acts as a demolition charge, triggering a sweeping systemic collapse and a chaotic restructuring of the entire football program. The first casualty of this national post-mortem is invariably the head coach. The Argentine managerial hot seat is widely regarded as one of the most high-pressure jobs in global sports. When the ultimate dream of lifting the trophy dies, the manager's departure, whether through a forced resignation or an immediate sacking, is an unwritten law. This exit instantly destabilizes the squad. It dismantles years of tactical planning, scatters the coaching staff, and plunges the national team into a volatile period of uncertainty as the federation scrambles to find a replacement under intense public pressure. Even more devastating is the emotional toll on the squad, as a World Cup exit frequently marks the painful end of an era. Iconic veterans who have dedicated their lives to the Albiceleste shirt, exhausted by years of immense physical strain and relentless public scrutiny, often choose this heartbreaking moment to announce their international retirements. Watching legendary figures depart in tears leaves a massive leadership vacuum in the dressing room. This mass exodus forces a rapid, high-stakes generational transition. Unprepared young talents are suddenly thrust into the spotlight, expected to carry the heavy burden of 46 million people's expectations before they have fully matured on the international stage. Meanwhile, at the executive level, the AFA often descends into political infighting as officials shift blame to protect their own positions. Ultimately, a World Cup elimination is not just the end of a tournament. It is a painful reckoning that forces Argentine football to dismantle its present and rebuild from the ashes, searching for a way back to global glory. The ripple effect on the tournament and global football. While the immediate devastation of Argentina's departure is felt deeply at home, the void they leave behind fundamentally reshapes the remaining landscape of the World Cup. The tournament is not just a sporting competition, it is a global entertainment spectacle. And Argentina is one of its absolute headline acts. Their elimination deprives the knockout stages of their unique passion, theatrical flair, and the mesmerizing tactical battles that only South American football can provide. Neutral fans are robbed of highly anticipated heavyweight clashes, and the tournament loses its most compelling individual narratives, such as a legendary player's final quest for glory or the rise of a new Argentine savior. The stadium stands also lose their color. The sea of sky blue and white jerseys, along with the deafening, rhythmic chanting of Argentine fans that routinely breathes life into host cities, is replaced by a quieter, more subdued atmosphere. However, Argentina's tragedy is a golden opportunity for the rest of the footballing world. Their sudden departure instantly disrupts the tournament's power balance. breathing new life and hope into the remaining contenders. For traditional powerhouses, the elimination of a relentless, mentally resilient opponent like Argentina clears a massive roadblock on their path to the trophy. Tactically, rival managers can breathe a sigh of relief as they no longer have to design complex defensive blueprints to neutralize Argentina's lethal attacking threats. For underdog nations, the fall of such a giant serves as a powerful psychological boost. Proving that even the most historic football dynasties are vulnerable, it fosters a belief that the tournament is wide open, paving the way for unexpected dark horses to march deep into the semi-finals and finals. In the grand tapestry of international football, Argentina's absence from the final round serves as a stark reminder of the World Cup's brutal, unforgiving beauty. It underscores the reality that history, prestige, and individual genius guarantee nothing on the pitch. As the tournament marches on without them, the remaining teams fight with a renewed sense of urgency, knowing that in this tournament, even the gods of the game can bleed, and a new champion will rise from the vacancy they left behind.